Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Tia Simone, and if you stopped here, then you were obviously intrigued because you love makeup or you're just curious. Anyway, you're welcome to stay anyway. But I hope y'all are all doing well. I hope you had a good weekend. Today is Sunday as I'm filming this, and I actually filmed this yesterday. I filmed a video yesterday of a full face of first impressions of drugstore products and just like a chit chatty get ready with me, and I didn't like the footage, so I'm doing it over again today, and I have pretty much everything for a full face. Some of the things I tried yesterday, some of them I didn't, but that's what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to be using all drugstore makeup. It might be a new brand that you never heard of before, but that's what I'm going to be doing from now on. I'm going to be trying different affordable makeup products that people have never heard of. Indie brands that are actually really, really good or maybe really good that people have never heard of before. And we're also going to be doing like a chit chatty get ready with me because it's been like a week and a half since I've actually filmed a video, but there's a reason for that, and we will talk about that in a moment. So I didn't want this intro to be long, so let's just jump into it. So this is a brand that I feel like, well, I've had these for a while and never used them before, and this is a brand that is, the name of them are Carter Beauty, and you can get Carter Beauty exclusively at Walmart, on walmart.com, and then you can find Carter Beauty at some of your local Walmarts. Carter Beauty by Marissa Carter. Have no idea who that is. I'll Google it in a minute. But I got, oops, hopefully that didn't break. I got 3 palettes that I have never used before. And the first one is called Sweet Apricot. This is a Sweet Apricot palette. And like, look at how pretty that is. Like, hello, look at those shades. Is this going to focus or not? There we go. Those shades are really, really pretty. And I'm pretty sure this was only like $10. Come on, like, that's just, hopefully they're good. This is the Smooth Nude palette, and this is an 18 pan palette, and these ones came differently for some reason, so I don't know why. That one you can see, but this one you can't. And this is what it looks like, and I love these shades too. Like, and this is an all matte palette. I'm a sucker for all matte palettes. Like, look at those shades. Very pretty. And then the last one is the Warm Velvet palette. And these are, probably going to use this one first. I'm going to start off with this one because it is a warm tone palette, obviously. And look at those shades. Like, so pretty. Like, look at that. Only like $10. So, and then we got this bronzer palette that looks like this. Got that. Super cute. Then I like the packaging too. It's not like, you know, it doesn't have a mirror or anything, but I don't care about that because I use a mirror, a big mirror in front of me anyway. And then we have the blush palette, which is called Cupid. So that's what we're going to be using today. I like the peachy and pink colors, and especially this shade right here, like, cute palettes, and literally so affordable. So that's what I want to start doing because I feel like, of course, I'm going to always use e.l.f. and all that stuff, but I want to start, like, showcasing more brands that are very, very underrated, that people don't talk about, that are absolutely amazing brands. And I also want to start using brands that no one's ever heard of before. You know, I've never heard of Carter Beauty before. I don't know if y'all have. Let me know down in the comments. But that's what I want to start doing. I'm going to use my Urban Decay Primer Potion, and I feel like this one works the best besides my NYX one. And I'm just using, what is this? This is a Sephora concealer brush to blend this out. So So let's dip into, okay, no, I'm going to dip into this palette first. Since this is an all matte palette, I'm so excited. I'm going to dip into the Smooth Nude palette first. And I'm going to go into the lightest shade in the palette, of course. Well, so far that's pigmented. Like, it's not like it's showing up. I'm going to go in with, I don't even know. I'm going to go in with this shade first, which is called Flurry. And I actually like the palette and how bold the names are and everything, because I feel like that makes it easier. Oh, that's like literally the lightest. That's a light shade right there. That's not going to work. That is not going to work at all. Okay, so I'm going to go on to another palette here, because I feel like a lot of these shades are light in these palettes, which is kind of something that I don't like, and it's a big pet peeve of mine. So let's go in with this shade out of the Sweet Apricot palette, and I'm going to go in with Brownie right here. Okay, so that is a little bit better. Like, I'm seeing a little bit of definitely very powdery. Let's go into this palette. This is the Warm Velvet palette, and let's just go into this orange right here and hope that this shade shows up. It's kind of pigmented, but anyway, I'm supposed to be having a chit chatty get ready with me, but I am gonna tell y'all how these shadows perform, and so far I'm not impressed at all. Like, I can tell you right now that I am very, very critical of palettes. I'm gonna judge a $2 palette the same way as I would judge a $100 palette, because at the end of the day, Wet n Wild have eyeshadow palettes that are like $7.99, sometimes even cheaper than that. Wet n Wild, Elf, and they perform absolutely amazing, impeccable palettes. Okay, better than some high-end palettes that I've used, and that is, I think that says a lot. So if Wet n Wild can do it and Elf can do it at such affordable prices, then any brand can do it, in my opinion. Now, some palettes, the shimmers may be higher quality than the mattes, or the mattes may be higher quality than the shimmers, and the reason for that is because shimmers are way more expensive to make than mattes. So some brands compromise, you know what I'm saying, obviously, in order to make their palettes affordable. So I can understand that. Okay, so this pink is building up a little bit though. I mean, it's building up, but it's still not that pigmented. It's not bad. It's not bad. The reason why I haven't been filming, well, I actually have been filming and editing, but you guys might not notice. Maybe you'll notice, maybe you won't. But I recently got a newer camera, but there's a reason for that. So now we're just going to talk about cameras here for a minute, because I was, as a YouTuber, and when you become a content creator, and if you are thinking about becoming a content creator, you want to become a content creator, there really isn't any excuse, unless you're really shy, and you're just going to have to get over that, because the way that they make phones nowadays are amazing quality, and they're amazing enough quality for you to start, because you have to start somewhere, right? And phones are amazing quality. Like, I loved my what the hell was that phone called? Galaxy, which was an amazing phone, great quality. And now I have the iPhone 15, the new iPhone, the iPhone 15 Pro. My boyfriend, he has the same one. They are amazing quality, you know, and most people have iPhones or they have Android, whatever. They're amazing quality. So there's no reason for you not to start. So if you want to start a channel, just go for it and do it. Use your phone, okay? Because phones are very good quality, and there's no excuses. Just start your channel. Make sure that you take your phone and do not record from this way. Make sure that you use the back camera of your phone, because that's going to be the best quality. And that's it. And edit, and just make sure that you are doing something that you're passionate about. And that's where I started. I think I started on my iPad on my phone. And then my first camera was a Canon G7X Mark III. And making sure my microphone's still on. And that was an amazing camera. Love that camera. And I think that's one of the reasons why I love Canon so much, because I just think Canon is, I like how easy their cameras are to use. I like the dynamic range that Canon has. I like how their, I don't know, it's very, their pictures are very true to color, right? I do want to eventually try Sony one day, because I do know that Sony is great quality too. But Sony, what I found as I was doing research on cameras, Sony is very, very much more expensive than Canon. Very, very much. They have some cameras that are reasonably priced, but Sony is way more expensive. And some people would argue that they feel that Sony is better, you know. That's why one day I do, like in the near future, I would try Sony and try one of their cameras. There's actually a camera that I did want, and it was in comparison to the one that I have now, but the one that I have now won, because, and obviously Sony was a little bit more than the one that I have now. But as a YouTuber, where I was going with that, this eyeshadow is very patchy. Very, very patchy. Now I'm going to go in with the shade that's called Prestige right here. And I am going to try to use as many shades as possible. Oh, this one's pigmented. This one's really pigmented. So as I was saying, as a YouTuber, you are always going to critique yourself. Always. As you film, you're going to go back. You're going to watch your footage. You're going to watch your videos and be like, okay, this needs improvement, that needs improvement. It's a work in progress. It never starts. And what I've learned about YouTube is it's all trial and error. All trial and error. And what I've also learned about YouTube is be careful with the other creators that you watch. Because if you're watching other creators, and I'm not saying be careful or stop watching them, but I'm just saying don't compare yourself to anyone on YouTube, because at the end of the day, you can look at another video for inspiration. However, you can't compare yourself to another creator, because at the end of the day, most likely the creator that you're watching has thousands, probably millions of subscribers, and they have the money to afford the top-notch cameras to have the best quality. And you'll get there. You know what I'm saying? It's a work in progress. So as you are critiquing yourself, you're going to find things that you want to change. And you're going to be like, okay, I'm too close to the camera. I have to do that better. But wait a minute, I'm not too close to the camera. What can I do about that? I don't like how it's not bright enough. I don't like how my background looks. I don't like the way my backdrop looks. Everything. You're always going to critique yourself, because we are our own worst critics. That's just the reality of it. So when I started with my Canon G7X, that is a beautiful camera. It's a beautiful camera, and it worked when I needed that at the time. However, once my videos started getting longer and more detailed, you only get 10 minutes of recording time. Sometimes a little bit longer, but you only get 10 minutes of recording time. And you can imagine how hard that is if I'm sitting here doing my makeup and within 10 minutes your battery, or not your battery, but it says your camera's about to overheat, you know, and then it overheats right in the middle of you doing your makeup within 10 minutes. So then you have to turn your camera off, wait at least an hour for it to cool off, and then continue. So that's going to take you probably at least 5 to 6 hours to film, right? And with me having kids, it's not going to work. So then this was, and I told you guys about this because I think it is a beautiful camera and I love that camera, and that's why I'm keeping the camera, because we found it at Target and it was, I'm pretty sure it was on sale. It was on sale. It wasn't a big sale, but it was on sale. And this is the Canon EOS R50. I will recommend this camera to anyone, okay? Especially if you are someone who has started YouTube with your phone and you want to move on to a camera. Because let's be real here. You can start with your phone. However, like I said, YouTube is an investment, and eventually filming with your phone is going to get hard. And the reason why is because you're going to use up a lot of storage on your phone, and obviously it's not going to be as good of quality as your camera. It's not going to be as easy as your camera, because you're not going to be able to keep videos on your phone, because you're going to have to delete them to be able to record the next video. So that's why Canon even markets this specific camera, the R50, for creators who are, it's the next step up from your phone. One of the things that was a big pet peeve of mine is it always looked like I was really, really close to the camera. But I never was. I was never close to the camera. I actually was pretty far back from the camera. And it always looked like I was close. Ultimately, I realized I need to get a full frame camera. And that is why it is so important to do your research prior to getting any type of camera. You need to do your research. And I was talking to my brother and telling him how I needed a new camera, and he's my big brother. I'm his baby sister. You know how that works. He's a good big brother. He's very successful. And he and my son bought me this one that I have now, which is the Canon EOS R6 Mark II. Yeah, Mark II. And it is more of a professional camera. Not a professional camera, I'd say a low-grade professional camera, because obviously there are a lot of features that most professional photographers would probably go for a more expensive one, but it definitely has a lot of features, and I'm just getting used to it. I'm learning it. It's a very, very nice camera. So now I have two nice cameras, and I would say that with this camera, it is definitely a lot harder to learn. Let me go back to doing my makeup. So now I'm going to go into this brown shade right here. No. I'm going to go into this black shade. Remember I said I was going to go into this shade right here. I'm going to go into this shade right here, which is called 150 right here. But anyway, I know that's actually this black isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Most people probably wouldn't even be interested in cameras as a whole, but I actually am. I think it's important to learn, and educate yourself about things that you're going to need even in the near future. I'm going to use this brush just by Estee Lauder, and it's their flat shader brush, and it's a good, see, it like literally applies shimmers like a dream. Expensive brush, but it's so pretty. I love the way it applies shimmers. Even with the shimmers though, like the shimmers are weird. Like they're kind of skipping on my eye. I don't know if y'all see that, but like that is so weird. Holy crap. Look at that. I don't know if you guys can see that, but when I lay the shimmers down, first of all, I'm getting a lot of fallout. But when I lay the shimmers down, it's like it's skipping parts of my eye. Holy, this is crazy. This is just crazy. I don't even know what to say about this palette. I have no idea. Any of these palettes. This is so weird. Wow. Let me get a brush just to wipe all, like they're literally skipping parts of my eye. That is so weird. I don't know. Like I'm pretty much done with this look. I can't with this anymore. YouTube is a big investment. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. And you always have to be careful with what you buy, because my mom used to always say, buy it nice or buy it twice. So basically, what she meant by that is either you buy it nice at first when you see it, you know, don't save money and buy something that is less expensive. Just get the expensive one, because eventually if you don't get the expensive one, you're going to end up having to go out and purchase it again, and you're going to buy it twice. That's what she meant by it. I think that's what she meant. Okay, that's it. I'm done with this eye look. I tried. I tried to make the best. I tried to make it look good. I'm not saying that it looks bad, but I had to work my ass off to get this look. I'm just not happy with this palette. It's an okay palette. We'll talk about that towards the end. But hey, I tried. I'm going to go off camera real quick, and I'm going to pop on some lashes. I have no idea what kind of lashes I'm going to use, and try to fix this look a little bit, and then I will be right back, and we'll move on to the complexion, which is going to be very short. And yeah, I'll be right back. Alright, so moving on to the face. So I did use this yesterday, and this is the NYX Blur Illuminating Foundation, and I actually really like this a lot. Like, it is a very nice foundation. It is medium to buildable coverage, so that's right up my alley. I do not like full coverage foundations. It's just not my vibe unless I'm, unless it's like a special occasion or something. I'm not a big foundation girl in general. The only thing that I wear like on an everyday basis is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. I love this. It gives you a tiny bit of coverage, but it's just beautiful. I love this. This is my favorite. I keep it right next to my desk because that's just normally what I gravitate to. So we're going to use this, and this is in the shade Medium Dark. And also, I tried to make this palette work, and I'm not like, I wouldn't say that I don't think that this is a great look. I tried to make it the best that I can. What I will say about this palette, before the end I'll tell you all about these palettes, but what I will say is with the shimmers, I don't know what I was thinking. You don't have to use your brush. Just use your finger, pat on the shimmer, and they work out perfectly fine. Like, I used my finger while I was off camera, and I do like the way that they applied with my finger, but they do not apply good with a brush. And these lashes are from Dollar General, and they're not my favorite. I don't even know what they're called, but they're not my favorite. They're nice, but they're a little bit more thicker than I expected them to be. So let's move on to the foundation. Just gonna put a little dot on my finger. It's super pigmented too. Hopefully it doesn't attach to any like of my dry spots, because right here, this is where all my discoloration is, and it's where my face is the most dry. Like, it even pills right there too, and I can't stand that. So it's not going to cover that up. But I hope that it doesn't stick to any like dry patches on my face, because that's the story of my life. That's eczema, and my eczema is obviously way worse in the winter time. Like in the summertime, it's not as bad, but I do have really, really bad eczema. So I usually get like dry patches on my face, and I just have to be really careful about what I use. And this is definitely a matte foundation, so if you have dry skin like myself, you're not going to like this. I seen it, and when I seen illuminating, I was thinking, oh, okay, but it's an illuminating matte foundation, and as you can look and see, it's definitely matte, but it is pretty though. I do like it. I feel that this is definitely something that you could wear on a day-to-day basis, because you can still see my skin peeking through, you know, so it's not a bad foundation. I like it. Now we're going to move on to bronzer, and this is the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer. I used this yesterday as well, and I really, really like this. This is going to be my everyday go-to bronzer, and the reason why is because I love the shade of it. This is in the shade medium. They don't have many shades in this either, but just look at how pretty it is. When you apply it, it is not like super duper pigmented, like you do have to build it up. And I like that though. I like that with my cream bronzers, because some days I might want it light, some days I might want it heavy, and this is just really, really pretty. And I just love the shade of it. It's not too cool tone, but yet it's not too warm tone. I don't know, I just love the shade. I'm going to use the e.l.f. Camo Liquid Blush, and it's in the shade pink. I love this. This is definitely a dupe to the Rare Beauty. Like, it is just as good. I will say that the Rare Beauty is a little bit easier to blend, but this is a beautiful blush. This is the IRL Filter Finish Soft Matte Concealer by Makeup Revolution, and I used this yesterday. I really, really enjoyed it. So I'm just gonna go like that and like that, that. I'm late to the game on this concealer, but I really do like it. And you can get Makeup Revolution at some Walmarts, Ulta, and Walgreens. This is the Honest Beauty Invisible Blurring Loose Powder. Now set. This is very finely melded. So I'm going to set the rest of my face, and I'm just going to use this NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop mattifying powder. And this is actually one of the best pressed setting powders that I've ever used. I actually really, really like this setting powder. It is beautiful. It is not too matte, and it's just really, really pretty. So definitely, if you're looking for a good pressed setting powder, this is it. This is the Carter Beauty bronzer palette, and this is in the shade Apollo, and I'm gonna use this. Hopefully it works better than the palette did. I'm gonna take my Morphe brush, and I'm gonna go into all 3 of these shades. I'm gonna just dip into all of them. I'm just gonna set where I laid down. That's pretty. Yeah, it just seems very orangey, if you can tell. Like, okay, now I'm gonna do the nose. That is basically why I haven't filmed in like a week and a half, because I was literally doing so much research, trying to figure out what camera would be best for me. I didn't want to make any type of mistakes and be like, oh, I don't like this camera, and ending up having to take it back. So yeah, this is definitely very orangey. Now what we're going to do is we are going to use this Carter Beauty. This is the blushed palette, and this is in the shade Cupid, which love these pinky shades, super cute. So I am going to take this Morphe brush, and this is the M323, I think it is, and I'm just going to take all of these shades, and I'm going to apply some blush. Ooh, that's pretty. Ooh, that's really pretty. That's like a really light wash of, ooh, and it's pigmented too. I actually really like this. Okay, so now we're gonna use highlighter, and I couldn't find a highlighter from Carter Beauty, so I'm just gonna actually use this one that I haven't used forever. This is the Hard Candy Just Glow Baked Highlighting Trio, and I haven't used this forever, but I do remember that these are such beautiful highlighters, and I haven't used this in a while, so I want to use this, and I'll show y'all how beautiful this is. I set my face, I sprayed my face, so I'm just going to go in with this middle shade right here, which is so pretty, and I'm going to put on a little bit of highlighter. Look how beautiful that is. And it's very soft, like it's not too intense because it's a baked blush, so it's going to be a lot more natural. That's gorgeous. This is the Flower Beauty Scribble Stick, and it is for the lips and the eyes, so it's like a cream shadow. Here's the thing, I use this as a lip liner, so but you can use it as a lipstick, you can use it as a lip liner, you can use it on your eyes, whatever. And it's a really pretty shade. It's in the shade Brick, and I like it so much because I think it's like a really pretty shade as a lip liner. This is the Milani lipstick in the shade 420, and it's called Tease, and I really like Milani's lipsticks, so that's pretty much all you really ever see me use is Milani's lipsticks and maybe NYX. Trust the process. I know it's looking crazy, but trust the process. So I blend it in together. It's just like the perfect nude, especially for us brown skin girls. Like, it's just the perfect nude. Now I'm gonna use a lip gloss, and this is just the NYX this is Juice Gloss, and it's in Watermelon, one of my favorites, and I'm going to apply this. Cute. So I had to do this yesterday, and I'm going to do this right now. I'm going to give a disclaimer because I don't like this person, okay? But I was at TJ Maxx and I found a lot of things at TJ Maxx that I'm going to be using throughout the week when I'm filming. And I found this, and the only reason why I purchased this, I've always been intrigued by this product when I've seen it a couple years ago when people were talking about it and talking about how great it was. And the only reason why I wouldn't purchase it is because I'm not a supporter of this beauty influencer. This is the Jaclyn Cosmetics Brightening and Setting Palette. This is what it looks like, and I am going to use this up under my eyes because that's always the last thing that I do. And I'm just going to start off right by saying that I do not like this packaging. It's not nice. It's bulky. I just don't like it. I don't like it. But it does come with a mirror, which is cool. And then it comes in the shade Peach, Almond, Light Banana, and Caramel. I don't like Jaclyn Hill. I haven't liked Jaclyn Hill for a very long time. I used to be a supporter of her. It's a shame because I learned a lot off of Jaclyn Hill as far as when it comes to makeup, and she's a beast at it. Like, I will admit that she's an OG when it comes to, you know, the beauty community as a whole on here on YouTube. But Jaclyn Hill is literally probably one of the most narcissistic beauty influencers on YouTube, in my opinion. She doesn't care about anybody but herself. She has ruined a small business owner who is a woman, ruined her business, and then for nothing, basically, because she took the name from the small business owner, okay, which is Cozy, and now she is no longer having any of her businesses, okay? Jaclyn Cosmetics, gone. Cozy, gone. And then she had a jewelry brand, gone. So she literally took and ruined a small business for nothing. She is literally, she has done this to so many women too. I truly feel that she is a woman hater. That's what I think. I think the only woman she likes is herself and the women in her family. She's just, I don't like her. I think that she is just not a very nice person. And it's a shame because I don't feel that she was like that when she first started. I'm going to go in with Light Banana. I'm going to go in with these two shades at the bottom. I don't feel like she was like that when she first started, but this is what money does to people. You know, it can definitely change a person, and it definitely changed Jaclyn Hill from how she used to be. And I just don't have any respect for her. And it's not just because of this small business owner. It's the countless of people that she has screwed over to get to the top. And what's sad is now she's making her way down to the bottom. And she's going to meet those same people that she screwed over on the way to the top. She's going to meet them on the way to the bottom. And I hope that she learns, you know, from this on how she treats people. How many people has she screwed over? Like Marlena Stell. You know, I won't say that Marlena Stell, her makeup geek closed down because of Jaclyn Hill, but Jaclyn Hill definitely had a huge part in that. And she doesn't take any accountability for anything, which is why I think she's a huge narcissist. I do like this under eye powder. It is definitely very, very brightening, as you can see. It's brightening. And I knew it would be. The only reason why I purchased this because, okay, a little bit of this money will go to Jaclyn Hill, okay? But it's not the same as purchasing it from her site. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same as purchasing it full price from her. I got this from TJ Maxx. And if you're looking for any Jaclyn Hill products that you wanted to try and you never wanted to order from her or whatever, you can go to TJ Maxx or Marshalls and all of her products are there. But I do like this, and I knew that I would because I love a bright under eye, if you can't tell by now. So I do like this, and I also like the fact that it's not clinging to any of my dry patches. So I actually really do like this. It's a shame. I mean, I'm going to spray my face one last time. this could spray a lot better than what it does, but I 100% recommend this. It says that it lasts for 8 hours. I beg to differ. It doesn't last for 8 hours, which I don't leave my makeup on for 8 hours, but it definitely is a really good setting spray. But I'm the type of person where I will give people the benefit of the doubt. And that's a good thing. You know, it's a good thing to be able to give people the benefit of the doubt. That shows that you're a good person. Sometimes it may blow up in your face, but sometimes it may not. That is pretty much it. That's all I got. I hope y'all enjoyed this chit-chatty, educating, get ready with me. I totally forgot. Because I was talking too much and talking too fast, and then I got to talking about Jaclyn Hill, and I was getting pissed off. I forgot to tell y'all how these products are. Like, that's very important. I don't know how I forgot to do this. Okay, so let me run through these products really quick for y'all. This highlighting palette, this is a must-have. This is very affordable. You can get hard candy at Walmart. This is literally beautiful. Probably one of the most beautiful drugstore highlighting palettes that I've ever owned, because it is so natural. It's so pretty, and it just gives you like this light highlight, and it looks like you're glowing from within. So definitely recommend this. So let's talk about these palettes real quick. Okay, so this palette I'm going to use. I'm going to continue using these palettes, okay? Because I didn't get to use all the shades, and I'm not too mad at the black in this palette. And that's like literally the only shade that I used, and this is the Smooth Nude palette. So this black down here is actually really nice. It's a nice black, even though it's, you know, it's kind of patchy. It took me a while to blend. It still worked, and it worked better than a lot of matte black eyeshadows that I've used in other drugstore palettes. So I'm gonna continue to use these palettes, but if I can recommend one, it would definitely be this one, and that's the Warm Velvet palette. This is the one that I use the most, and these shades were pretty pigmented. I will say that the majority of the shades that I used were nice pigmented. They were buttery, creamy, and I actually really like this palette, and I'm going to continue to use this one. Now this one here is the Sweet Apricot palette. I say that this is a no-go. With the majority of the shades that I used, I was not happy with it, and I did use a few shades in this, but overall these are not bad palettes. But I definitely recommend this one most of all, and it's warm tone, so you can't go wrong with it. It's pretty. I like this palette. I'm going to continue to use it. I will let y'all know in the comments like how long the shadows last and everything like that. And then this NYX, where'd it go? Oops, it dropped. I'm always dropping everything. So this NYX foundation is nice. I like this. I'm going to continue to wear it even though it's matte. It's not that matte. And it definitely is not full coverage, so if you're a full coverage girl, you're not going to like this. But if you are someone who is like myself and you don't like foundation, but you just like a little bit of coverage, you'll like this. This is really nice, and it's affordable. I really like this IRL concealer. It's really nice. I will continue to use this, and it's definitely matte, but it is a soft matte. I like everything that it claims. It's true. And it's oil free, so if you're somebody who has really oily skin, you're gonna like this. This e.l.f. putty bronzer, I suggest everybody go out and get this like now. I'm talking about right now. As soon as you end this video, go to Walmart. If they don't have it at Walmart, go to Walgreens. If they don't have it at Walgreens, go somewhere else, because this is absolutely beautiful. I love this. If I could recommend anything out of all these, one product, it would be this. I hope y'all enjoyed, and I just wanted to come in here and tell y'all about these products because I totally forgot. And I will see you on the next one, and bye. Deuces.